Hey guys, welcome to this mini stair workshop where I'm going to talk about in detail about the stairs tool in Revit. So we created a simple dog-legged staircase in the previous video. Now we can create different types of stairs. We can start off with the simple straight stairs. So let's activate the straight stair tool again. And then let's create our stairs. Now it's very important to check your settings here. Make sure you're using the right type. Make sure the levels are correct. So in this case, it has to be from our ground floor slab top to first floor slab top. And then you can select the desired number of risers here as well, and the actual tread depth. Make sure it's within these settings here as well, the calculation rules. In case it is not, you can change these settings here. Make sure to duplicate the type. And then to create your stairs, simply click once, go all the way up. Now, if you like to create your landing, make sure automatic landing is switched on. Let's maybe create some number of risers to 10. And then let's start the next step from here, then go all the way up. And then automatically we create our stairs. And then let's click on finish to create these stairs. Now, let's say you want to edit these stairs and maybe you want to give a bulge here for whatever reason. Then you can select these stairs. You need to select the stair and not the railing. Make sure you select the stair. And then click on edit stairs here. And then what you can do is, in case you want to edit this landing here, you need to convert this to a sketch type. So you need to select this landing. And then we have something called convert to sketch based. So once you convert it to sketch based, it is irreversible. Let's click on close. And then when you double click, you can edit this stair. So for example, you want to add a bulge here, you can delete this line here. Use, for example, a start end radius arc. Click on this point and then this point. And then you can hover to the right and then click again. And now you can notice when I click on finish edit mode and finish edit mode again, I automatically create my stairs. And what's also interesting is when you switch to 3D, let me switch off the section box. You can notice that these stairs here comes in with our railing and the railing gets adjusted automatically here as well. How cool is that? Now, this is called sketch-based stairs. Now, I'll show you how to create your stairs sketch-based, which means from scratch. Now, in sketch-based, we have three options. So to create your stairs, let's create a new stair, maybe a funky looking staircase. So let's go to architecture and let's click on stairs here. Now, instead of using the automatic option here, which is straight, and we have some other options, we'll talk about this later. We have below straight this option called create sketch. So when you create sketch, we have three options. The first option is our boundary. Now let's say, for example, I create a boundary like this. I'm going to create a boundary this way. For example, like this. And then let's start our boundary this way here as well. Or you can also use the offset tool now. So let's click on pick lines and give an offset of say about 3 feet. So it's going to be 3 feet this way, and this way. And then we can trim this as well. So TR and trim these lines. So I've created the boundary and I'm going to create my stairs along this path here. So we'll have to now create the riser lines. So to create the riser lines, we have the riser option here. So select riser. So this was the boundary. These green lines are the boundary. Now let's create the riser line. So select riser. And then you can notice right now 0 risers are created. So let's create the first riser from left to right. So you can see 1 riser is created. Now we can adjust the width of these risers individually as well. So this can be say 1 foot. And then this can be say 2 foot. Yeah, you need to make sure that you're giving apostrophe. So you can see we've created 2 risers here. So 1, 2, and 3, actually 3 riser lines, and each are with different widths and more. Now for the each are with different sizes. Now for the sake of time, I'm going to copy these lines up 1 foot above. And then I'm going to use the copy tool CO and then simply copy some of these lines. And you can notice that as I keep copying, the number of risers get created and you can notice there are 6 remaining. So let's create 2 big landings here. So we can create 1 landing here. Now it's always important that you do not use the boundary line, rather the riser line. So let's create 1 riser line here. And make sure that the risers are getting created here as well. So I'm going to create another riser line here. And we've created 8, no, 4 remaining. So I'm just going to create some funky looking steps here. And we have one remaining. So this is going to be our last step. Finally, we also need our stair path. So we're going to start from this point and go all the way up. So let's click on stair path. Start from the midpoint, go to this midpoint here. Then start from this point, go all the way here. And then to the top here. Now let's click on finish and then finish edit mode again. And you need to wait a bit for this to generate. And now if you notice in 3D, we've created our funky looking stairs with different kinds of steps here as well. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. So we have a long landing here. We have some stairs with some angles here, threads that is. And we've created our stairs. You can also change the type of your stairs. Now, this was an monolithic stair. We can also change this, say, assemble stair. So you can notice this is an assemble stair and maybe precast stair. No, so we have different options. So that was the stair sketch mode. In case you like to adjust your stairs depending on the project requirements. Now, sometimes you may have to create 2-3 flights to separately, 2 stairs separately, and then connect it with a landing. So that is possible as well. So it depends on your requirements. So once you learn the differences between boundary edges, riser lines, and the stair path line, then it's easy to create a stair. Now there are some other stairs options here as well. For example, we have our full step spiral. So this can create a spiral stair by specifying the start point and a radius. So this can be the start point, and then you need to specify the radius, say that's about 3.5 feet or 3 feet. And then it automatically creates a stair. So once you create a stair, it's a good idea to finish the edit mode and then create a fresh stair from scratch. Although you can create multiple stairs in the same mode, but I would recommend that you create another stair from scratch. So let's click on stair here. Now we also have center end spiral. So this creates by specifying the center point, start point, and end point. So that's 3 clicks. So we have our reference point, and then this is our start point. And then if you want a landing, you can click here. And then if you want a landing along this edge, you need to select the center point. And then again from here, you can notice I can click from this point and then create the rest of the stairs this way as well. So I've created a stair with a landing here. So if you go to 3D, you can notice that we have our landing here on the stair, and the railing comes in automatically as well. Now, of course, I haven't adjusted the height, so you can adjust the height and check on your own. And then we have some predefined stairs. So we have an L-shaped winder. So in this case, what you can do is you can only place the stair first. So I'm going to place it, and then you can adjust these options here. In most cases, I do not use these stairs because I have the sketch-based option. But in case you have some predefined stairs or requirements in your project, you can use these predefined stairs here as well. So let's click on Finish Edit Mode. And then finally, we have, let's activate the stair tool again. Finally, we have this option, U-shaped window. So now if you click, you've created a U-shaped winder stair. So this is the final form. And this is again based on your slab top level and your base level and your top level. Perfect. So you create different kinds of stairs. You guys can go ahead and create your own type of stairs and share it in the assignments section. The best way to learn about stairs is by using them in projects. So we'll use these stairs in advanced projects and future courses. Especially for larger projects, there are some additional options that you need to keep in mind, and we'll talk about that later as well. For now, this is good to go, and we'll continue with our project. So I'll see you guys next video. Cheers.